Here in the sports barn, it's overnight. Was it Monday, the 16th? Probably about 1:30 in the morning. So we're here to get you some picks for Monday. What do we got? 4 picks? 4 picks. It's a light schedule on Monday. Well, we still got 4 picks for you. We're going to recap Sunday, the college slate on Sunday. A couple of interesting things happened here on this Valentine's Day Sunday. Well, I guess it's not the 16th. See, the day I know what day of the week it is. I just don't always know the date. You know, that's a hazard of being semi-retired. But it's the 15th. It's the 15th. Anyway, back to Valentine's Day. Spent some time with my lovely wife, who I love very much. I love you, honey. See, she won't watch that, and I'll get no credit for that. But anyway, started watching the Daytona 500s. I watched the beginning of it, shut it off, and then I watched the end of it. More about that later. I noted that we had a winning day. I couldn't believe it. That's our first winning day in about a week. I also noted that if you get these videos up overnight, they seem to generate a hell of a lot more views than if you don't. Damn, we had almost 100 views on that last little video of me sitting there at the table. So I thought I'd better actually come out here in the barn tonight, because it doesn't make any sense. If someone new passing by is going to go, why is this called the sports barn? It's just some dude sitting at his card table. It's like, yeah, you're right. That didn't make any sense at all. So welcome to my barn, my studio here in the barn. It's actually not that cold out here tonight, so I thought I'd come out here. So let's go over Sunday. I'll put up my little screenshot here. We're getting better at, these video editing tricks. So I'm going to try to stand here and put the scores up over here next to me. We'll see if that works. At any rate, 4 wins, 2 losses. Oh man, I thought we were going to have we won the first 4 in a row, and if you win 4 in a row, you want the next 2 as well. So, you want to go 6-0, and then you can really do some dancing. But, well, didn't happen. Michigan, they've been off for 3 weeks, and they were sluggish in the first half. I turned it on, about 10 minutes to go, and Michigan just dominated. This last 10 minutes, they just dominated. That guy, is his name Hunter? Such a Michigan name, Hunter. Dixon, I think, Dickerson, whatever. He dominated. He was clearly the best player on the floor. Michigan kicked Wisconsin's butt there in that last 10 minutes, second half. They win going away. We got lucky there because, anytime we win, I kind of figure we got lucky. For you new people, I haven't picked the winner since the pandemic started. So we're below 500, always hoping to get better, always trying to get better. Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, anyway, we got the win there with Michigan. Nebraska did what we thought they'd do. They played real hard against Illinois, came east, played hard against Penn State as well. I think generally speaking, if you're looking at 2 different teams, you got one that's just played recently, you got one that's off a week. You want the one that's played. Don't worry about fatigue. I'd rather have a team that's a little tired than a team that's rusty. We got that with Nebraska. Marquette, believe it or not, covered. I don't think much of that Marquette team, but they got it done for us. Pitt, they did what they always do, lose at Georgia Tech. That's where we're going to have our player of the night, or our hero of the night. I didn't see really one moment that, stood out where, the game could have gone either way. So I just picked who looked to me like was the best player in the box score. That was senior Moses Wright of Raleigh, North Carolina. He's a senior there at Georgia Tech. I believe he had 24 points. handful of boards, handful of assists. It was he who led the charge there against Pitt, so he gets the win, he gets the cover. From us here in the barn to you, Moses, right? We say, salute. So that's our hero of the night there. Then we're 4-0 and then it just kind of fell away. Miami was there the whole night, and they just fell away in the last 5 minutes. I guess that's when you play underdogs, that's the hazard of playing an underdog. I guess the plus of playing an underdog is you always have that last throw of the dice if you get to overtime. You get that extra roll of the dice. But that doesn't make no sense. I said that backwards. When you're a favorite, you get that last roll of the dice. You don't want to go to overtime when you're an underdog. Yeah. No wonder we lose, right? I'm like Gene Hackman and Willy Wonka. Up, stop, reverse that. Okay. At any rate, Miami loses, we lose, and then I think we have a losing record with Minnesota, despite the fact that they seem to be our favorite team. We just keep playing these guys. And I think they've lost more for us than won. But they lose again on the road. 2 different teams, and we just can't help ourselves. I see that word Minnesota. It seems like I'm drawn to it for some reason. But they got hammered in the first 10 minutes and never caught up. So that was the end of that. 4 wins, 2 losses. What are you going to do? I noted one thing, like I said, I watched the beginning of the Daytona 500 this afternoon, and then basically forgot about it. They just never run this thing all the way through. They have accidents, they have rain, they just, I don't know. So I went to Fox at 12:30 to see Secrets of Air Fryers, one of the infomercials I like to watch, because my wife has a new air fryer, so I'm trying to learn some secrets about air frying. And here this damn race is on. So it's still on. It's like the last 5 laps of this race. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'll watch this then. I usually watch one NASCAR race a year, and that's it, the Daytona 500. If I don't have to watch it for 12 hours to see who the winner is. So, I look out, I get the last 5 laps of this race, and here it comes to the end, and of course, you get the crash at the end, the obligatory crash at the end. There's always a crash at the end, it seems like. And then you couldn't figure out who won. The Fox's coverage of this race was terrible, just awful. I, the casual viewer, sitting there watching it, there's a crash. I think it's the last lap. I'm sort of paying attention. And cars are spinning everywhere, and the announcers are like, wow, ooh, I hope that guy's okay, ooh, and I'm thinking, who is in the lead? Who's winning? Who has won the race? And then they started going on and on about, almost arguing with each other about who the winner is. Well, now remember, it's not who crosses the line, it's whenever the yellow flag comes out. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know when that happened? The one team, they're jumping around like crazy like they won. And I'm thinking, well, those guys seem to think they won. It was the guy's name Michael McDowell. And Fox is almost like, they're not even paying attention to the winner. It's like, this is terrible. This is just awful. I thought, I miss the old days. I miss the old, when stock car racing was good to me. That's when I was a child. I remember the 1979 500. I watched that race. My brother and I debate where we were when we watched the famous 1979 Daytona 500. And he thinks we were at Grammy's house. I think we were at Grumham's house. We're not 100% sure. I know where the answer is, and I've never bothered to look it up. My mother keeps a diary. And the answer's in there. I should bet him like $100 or something, just to see who's right about that. At any rate, I thought to myself, I'll describe the race to you, but I thought, you know what? I'm getting pretty good ripping off stuff here and, testing YouTube's copyright rules, I thought, I'll show it to you for you people that have never seen this, which is probably more than a few of you. So, Ken Squire calling the last lap of the 1979 Daytona 500 with David Hobbs as his color man. Take it away, Ken.
Two of the greatest fiddling here, fidgeting with first place, passing some of the stragglers in the last lap, trying to take it home. It's all come down to this. Out of turn two, Donnie Allison in first. Between A.J. Foyt and Richard Petty. Down the back straightaway come the leaders now. Two cars are out. In the backstretch are the leaders. Watching for the leaders to they're still up and down. Pulling out in front, Darrell Waltrip is in second. A.J. Foyt is in third.
To me, that was just the pinnacle of NASCAR excitement. You had the great Richard Petty coming through with the win. Man, I mean, as far as drivers go today, there was nothing like Richard Petty back in the day. Everybody rooted for Richard Petty as far as I remember. You know, that's me as being, you know, a 10-year-old. I don't know. Maybe not everybody did root for Richard Petty, but I sure did. So at any rate, I was disappointed in the Fox coverage of the 2021 Daytona 500. Give me the old time stuff. Well, we're still struggling here. I mean, it seems like for everything we learn about video making and whatnot, we have, you know, problems we still haven't solved, like the camera just shutting off or audio drift. I'm sure that this video is going to absolutely make me look like I just stepped out of Sergio Leone's latest Italian Western, but whatever. Monday's picks, that's what you want. Let's get to that. All right, here they are. We're going to take Hampton plus the 6 against Longwood in the Big South. This is an important game, really, for both teams in that the first 4 teams in the Big South get a bye in the Big South tournament. So if you're thinking about stealing a bid, trying to get to the big dance, you really want to be in those bye spots there so you have one less chance to lose. So both these teams are kind of right there at that 4-5 line. So Hampton right now is ahead of Longwood in the standings. So we're going to go ahead and say that the team that's ahead in the standings and getting 6 points, that's where the value is. We'll take Hampton again. Seems like they just toasted us like last Friday night, but we'll try again. So Hampton from Hampton, Virginia, that's what we're doing. East Tennessee State, they generally have had it over Chattanooga in the past 5 years or so. Chattanooga just beat these guys earlier in the last 2 weeks or so, but that's the first time they beat them in forever. It was a close game. Go ahead, do it again. We're going to take East Tennessee State in a, what are we getting, a point? Is that what it is? I don't have the screen up. At any rate, whatever it says there. The big one, Virginia, Florida State. Went round and round with this one. My model really doesn't have an opinion on this game. And I love Tony Bennett, and I think he's a great coach. I'm going to start, I think, doing more of my, takes, if you will. For example, I said that early in the season, my observation of Michigan State was, this team stinks. And then I turn around and play them at least once and lose. It's like, oh, did I not say this team stank? Oh, yeah. All right, so I said Florida State was the best team in the ACC. I was really impressed with that team. They had the layoff, but now, they're bad. They played a game. I think they kind of knocked the rust off. They had an overtime game. They've had some time to really kind of prepare, I think, for Virginia. Whereas Virginia has really been playing here, there, everywhere. And I don't know, I just have a feeling that maybe Florida State might just be a little more ready for the Virginia game than Virginia is. So we're going to go ahead and say Florida State's going to get it done. You know, I would have no hesitation in saying they're going to get it done if they didn't have that big layoff. But still, you know, we're getting paid there for the layoff. In other words, it's almost a pick-em. We're a 1-point favorite. I mean, I think Virginia, Florida State, I think should be a 3 or 4, a 5-point favorite, at least a 4-point favorite. Anyway, that's what we're doing, taking the Seminoles at home for everybody that thinks all I pick are road teams. And then lastly, this is not a good game. I don't like this game at all, but, you know, we're volume shooters here in the barn, so we're going to take the god-awful Washington Huskies and hope that they're able to hug close enough to I want to call them bad, but they're a plus 500 team. So, you know, frankly, it looks to me like there's no value here at all. I'm just blindly following my stupid model. This game should not be on the board. But, well, it's there, and I can't get rid of it. So we'll leave it there. The Huskies. All right, so that's what we have for you. Hey, great. Thanks. Appreciate you being here. We had like I said, with damn near a record number of people come through to watch our last video. Almost 100 for a sports video. I think that's a lot for us. So thanks for coming through and looking. We appreciate that. Let's see if I can keep it going. Keep my energy up. Keep the videos on a consistent basis. I know that's part of it. Got to put out a consistent product. I'm going to be curious to see if this one gets past the YouTube censors, because they're starting to get more and more liberal about lifting stuff off the internet. It's not like I'm, I think it falls squarely under the fair use doctrine, frankly. But, YouTube makes up its own rules. Anyway. All right, from me to you, let's get some winners. Eric Arnold signing off.